for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Allie LaForge reporting from the sideline. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Anthony Edwards.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Up to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. And for Houston, Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's KD in at the small forward. And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ballgame. KD passes to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Back to Randall. And he lays it straight in.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And Thompson gets it to go. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForge, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka. Unsurprisingly, the conversation turned to Rudy Gobert. Let's be honest, he's scary, Coach said about the 7-footer. He hinted their strategy might involve trying to, quote, lure Rudy out of the paint so he's not there to slap away our layups. Maybe some tricky play here to try and push Gobert out of his comfort zone. Kevin, back over to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
Well, DiVincenzo gives you a lot. He plays both ends, runs the floor with effort, and he has the mentality of a winner.
The key thing, Coach, that Donte DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others, and I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Donte DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough.
That one misses. And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Silky corner shot by Durant. He is so confident in his ability to hit from that range.
Here's Randall. McDaniels outside. Here's Gobert. And at last, they get one to fall. Gobert's got his second bucket of the game to go. On the wing, Thompson. Back to KD. Here's Smith. And good that time.
Well, early in this game, they've made one good play after another.
Here's Randall. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Pass to McDaniels. DiVincenzo against Thompson. Pulls up on the elbow. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Well, one thing I really respect about DiVincenzo, a willingness to add to his game and improve as a shooter.
Here's Eason. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now here's Randall, trailing by 4. No good, shot missing.
Wow, missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. in for the Rockets. And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. Kevin Durant, third.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Yeah, and production from the small forward spot is critical.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Now here's Durant, and he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Tries from 16, and it's Houston with another.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
DiVincenzo with it. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Basket good.
Watch out. When Randall gets going, he's carrying some serious force.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. Shepard, the pass to Smith. Now Shepard. It's good, the assist that time from Smith.
This is what had scouts eyeing Shepard early on, his ability to shoot with range.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. Rockets with the rebound.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
Look at KD throwing it down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
Gobert with a screen on Thompson. And here's Edwards from the arc. Sinks the triple. Edwards got 5.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Fades. And Şengün gets it to go on the assist by Thompson.
For as hard as Şengün plays, he's always so relaxed on the floor.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. The shot's good from DiVincenzo.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Shepard, defended by DiVincenzo. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. A three-pointer, no good. Thompson from long range. And so it's the Houston Rockets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
You also have to admire how they've challenged the defense inside, getting a lot of points in the paint.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Dillingham is out there with Conley, and it's Clark in at the 3. Here's Dillingham. The offensive rebound.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's Adams. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Clark into the lane. Reed kicks to Randall for the 3. Conley's shot is off. Houston leading by 8. Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear we should have gone higher.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
It's stolen, and it's Houston on the break. Lobbed up there for Şengün. Outside Conley. In the corner, Dillingham with it. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Rockets have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. For the Rockets, Durant's checked in for Adams. And it's Thompson in for Josh Okogie. McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Dillingham. Timberwolves trail by 10. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer, Randall. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Here's Durant. Oh, Durant gallops in for the slam.
It just moves so fluidly for a guy his size. Durant is an absolute terror to defend on the drive.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Şengün with the bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Conley, and he uses the glass on the layup. Conley's got his first points of the game.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Shepard, the pass to Finney-Smith. And some nice passing there by Houston. And Şengün with the basket on the assist by Thompson. That's now 8 points for Şengün.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And as the NBA season rolls on, GA, what's one of the biggest challenges this time of the schedule?
I'd say maintaining your level. It's so hard to be consistent throughout the season, and it's really about the mental side of the game. It's so tough to stay locked in.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Randall bringing it up now for Minnesota. It's a 16-point game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Tari Eason subbed in for Shepard. Timberwolves trail by 16. Pass to McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
What bounce from McDaniels, just leaping into the air for that dunk.
Now Kevin Durant. McDaniels defended. Eason passes to Smith. 5 to shoot. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take his chance to talk to his guy. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Adams. Now it's a big bonus when you get effective outside shooting from your big men like these guys over the past 10 games. 5th is Naz Reid.
You know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
Yeah, it's truly impressive how far their range extends and how lethal they are from downtown. This group of bigs is really special.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Capella inside. Gobert on him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, the truth is, when Capella gets the ball in there, teams very often try to send him to the line.
Houston shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second.
Well, Capella shot his fair share of free throws. Not his expertise at this point.
Outside Edwards. To Gobert. And Capella sends it back. Durant down low. McDaniels defending. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
And here's Thompson. Capella sets a screen for Durant. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. You can't make it that obvious.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Houston on top as they wrap up the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm here with Coach Ime Udoka. And, Coach, what are some of the positives that you can take away from that first half?
Our physicality has been good to start. Obviously, a point of emphasis is keeping them under control in transition. We like how we're guarding defensively. Obviously, it is big against this team.
Great start. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West.
You look at the Timberwolves, they've stayed in the mix. A few people predicted they might regress. Clearly, that hasn't been the case. They continue to hum along. It'll be interesting to see how they close out this year.
And guys, turning back to the first half of our game, KD doing whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted.
Well, Durant just taking charge. Kept that defense off balance in the first half. I know he's got more tricks up his sleeve.
Without doubt, Shaq, hard to stop a guy who excels at every type of shot.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Rockets leading by 17. And Stan, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
We'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Guys, back to you.
They've clearly bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Şengün kicks to Durant. Pass to Thompson. Houston moving it around. Eason's shot is good. Eason's got 6.
And good pass right there from Smith Jr. His teammates appreciate that selflessness.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Screen by Smith. It's Thompson off the drive. Banked in off the glass. He has 6.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. The wing jumper off target.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a culture.
Edwards looking it over. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, when you're the size of Gobert, you're already living above the rim.
Thompson the bounce pass. Here's Eason. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's McDaniels. Out to Edwards. Stolen by Thompson. Şengün with the ball. Now defended by Gobert.
Stellar defense. Gobert will have him thinking twice about bringing it inside again.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Outside, KD. Fades back. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
The Rockets making a switch here. Shepard's checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Şengün. Here's Shepard. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. For 3, Durant. It's hauled in by Edwards.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
And stolen by DiVincenzo.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
For 3. Rebound by Smith.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Count that one. KD's got 19 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So for the Rockets, Adams comes in for Şengün. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Smith. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. Clark, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. Conley with a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Conley's got 5 points so far.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Shepard, the pass to Thompson. Reed against Adams, and the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Well, I don't know if he needed the fadeaway, but the points count all the same.
Edwards against Thompson, and Edwards with the stuff.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player, skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Here's KD. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. KD's got 10 points in just the second half. Now Conley. 5 points in the game. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Conley.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Adams with the screen on Clark. Inside. And Adams with the slam.
And that play is tailor-made for Adams. Not many guys set a better screen and then the quick roll off it to get the finish.
Outside Edwards. Takes it from 10. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Anthony Edwards at the line for 1.
Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, you know, Anthony Edwards has one of the highest motors we've seen. His relentlessness throughout the length of the game is just exceptional. He wears out the entire opposing team.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Houston. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And we'll be right back after this. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Dillingham is out there with Conley, and it's Clark in at the 3, the small forward. Conley kicks to Randall. The Rockets pull it in.
And they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 21.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Randall, and it comes off the front of the rim. And it's Şengün with the ball for Houston. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Adams with the screen on Clark. Finney-Smith, and no good that time. Reed with the defensive effort. Here's Conley, out to the right wing, from the arc. Dillingham, no good.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
Here's Shepard, covered by Conley. Here's Okogie, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Okogie's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
9 feet out. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
A great move by Conley. Uses that dribble move to get the space he needed.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Adams. Durant comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Thompson in for Josh Okogie. Timberwolves also changing it up. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. And it's Edwards in for Dillingham. Durant up top. McDaniels defending. Pass to Shepard. Over Conley. It's good from Shepard on the assist from Capella.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Randall from outside. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Down low, here's Durant. Pass to Shepard. Back to KD. Just 5 on the clock. Tries from the block. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Pass to KD. Pulls from the top of the key. So, as a coach, during this long season, how do you keep your players engaged?
That's a great question, Kevin, but I got to tell you, I think it comes more to the players than the coaches. I think as a coach, you try to be consistent. You're always a little worried about fatigue. You've got to be concerned about the work and rest balance, both mentally and physically. But the players just have to be professional and get themselves ready to play on a daily basis.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. Durant down low, working on McDaniels. Pass to Shepard. And some nice passing there by Houston. Şengün against Randall. Şengün with the bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
You know, they like Randall to be an offensive presence in the paint. They want him to be an option on every possession.
Thompson for the triple. Stolen by McDaniels. To the inside. Randall kicks to DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall.
When you get that ball inside the line, it can free up the three-point arc. Great dish by Randall.
Capella with a screen on DiVincenzo. Thompson outside, trying to find Capella, gets it to him, and the dunk by Capella.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Rockets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for KD.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Here's KD. Pass to Şengün. Here's Thompson. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. So for the Rockets, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Şengün. Okogie comes in for Kevin Durant. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Thompson. For 3, Okogie. It's hauled in by Edwards. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. The 17-footer. Makes a big high bounce and goes in.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Drills the three-pointer.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Let's now hear from Allie LaForce, who is courtside with our player of the game.
Kevin, this was a huge statement win for this team. How satisfying is it for you?
It was fun. It was fun. We came out and played hard. Guys played together. And this is all that I expected, man. I'm glad that, we was able to get the win tonight. We're looking forward to the next game.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Guys?
Good stuff, Allie. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Durant.